Hey everyone, it's Jackie Lee here from mywhamlife.com. And you know how I'm always talking about how you need to tell your story? Well, it's because I think it's true, totally, but people keep telling me, yeah, but I don't have a story. Here's the thing, you do. Your life is your story. And the thing is that when you start sharing your life with people, then they start thinking about how they could start living or having or creating some of the things that you have or create, especially if they resonate with what you have. So here's the deal, like, not everyone is going to resonate with your life, and that's okay. That's to be expected. But the people who do are going to love you for sharing your life. And your life is your story. We're looking here at my Instagram page. This is my profile page, and I was just looking at it this morning, and as the pictures changed, I was like, oh my gosh, this is like the story of my life. And it just tells the story so well. Like our garden, the things we got out of our garden here in the top left hand, me cooking food on the right, the fact that I think happiness is a choice and that I have a positive outlook on things, my cute little munchkin here in the middle and her obsession with horses, more gardening stuff, taking time at the dirty lake, cooking. Like, those are the things that make up my life. And the thing is that you may wonder, like, why people will care. But here's the thing, is I have time in my life to do all of those things. And that is because of my business. My business allows me time to do my life and to live my life. And not everyone has that. So without going out there and yelling, you can make money online, you just tell the story of your life. And people will start asking, my God, how do you have time to have this huge garden? And there is an opening. And you say, oh yeah, I do this work at home thing, and I blog and I make money doing it. If you're interested, I could share some information with you. How do you have time to bake bread all the time? Bam. Oh, my business allows me to have lots of free time. In the telling of your life being your story, people will ask you questions. People who want to have time to garden but don't know how will find you and connect with your gardening pictures or your horse riding pictures. People really want to have a horse but don't have the money for it. Don't you think a picture of that gorgeous horse, her name is Indy, by the way, might connect with you and wonder how you're able to do all of this? They will, I promise, but you just have to start telling your story. Which brings me to the storytelling part. I have a lot of people come and say, hey, I just am not a good writer. I'm a visual learner. I don't know how I'm going to tell my story if I have to write it down because I just suck at that. Well, you don't. Look, there are so many platforms online now that use visual elements to help you tell your story, that you don't necessarily have to use a lot of words anymore. You can just capture images. You can make videos. I mean, YouTube is a perfect platform for visual storytelling. All you do, turn on your camera and, either film what's going on or film something you learned or something you thought about or something you wanted to share. Instagram is perfect for photos. And I mean, even Pinterest it's a visual place where you can share your life. If you scroll through my Pinterest page, look, Wham Life, blogging tips, photography, recipes, books. This is my life. These are the things that the building blocks of my life. All these recipes that I love to cook. Again, being a positive person, health and fitness. You can see it's moved a little down the page. Gardening, reading. This is who I am. And as I share more and more pins, both my own and other people's that I resonate with, people get to know me a little bit better. And when they're ready, look, they have a place to go right here to learn more about me and what I do. Facebook is the same exact thing. If you look through here, look, this is the story of my life. Look at these pictures. Hannah with her cousin, Hannah with her friends, Hannah with her horse. Being positive and knowing that you have to be lined up with who you really are if you're going to make it. Books, movies, horses, it's the story of our life. And we are, blessed enough to live the life we're living right now because of the business that I do. And it wasn't always like that. Good golly, no. I mean, a few years ago, as short as just a few years ago, we were scraping it to make ends meet. And that's what makes a really good story, is that there have been struggles. But now look. And it doesn't matter what your life is or your story is. You may have like a special needs child where you have finally, come forward. I have a high needs child, and even in the beginning, God, we struggled like crazy. And along the way, you figure it out. You figure out a little bit. You figure out one trick that works for this one situation. And I know, as a mother of a high needs child, if somebody had told me that that would work 6 years ago before I learned it, I would have been jumping over the moon, and I would have connected with that person because we had something in common. And she was a little further along in the journey of what I was dealing with than I am at the time. So you see, it doesn't matter what your story is or how you're living your life. It's about sharing it and telling it. And with all of these social media platforms, it is so incredibly easy to do. A smartphone is all you need, and if you want to talk about the blog here, this is not as visual. I happen to love to write, so I use a lot of writing in my blog as well. But you pull in the images, you pull in video, you pull in written stories. This is my life in a nutshell. That's all I'm doing, is sharing the journey. Sometimes there's struggles, and we share those too. But then we don't share those until we're done, so we can help people get past the struggle. But even this blog can be done from your cell phone. So it really can be super, super simple. A cell phone and a few apps are all you really need to start sharing your story. And then when people want to know more about you, they want to know how you're able to do this, give them a link, share some more information. That's all it is. It is really, really simple. You just need to share your story and do it consistently every single day. Same message, same story, same life, across platforms, maybe in different visual context, but just sharing your story. And people will resonate with it. They're going to want to know more about you. I mean, God, look at this picture of this adorable child drinking a cup of hot chocolate with cocoa with cream on her nose. That is a connecting point for mothers everywhere. So yes, even random pictures of your kids tell your story and help you connect with other people who are similar or want similar things that you have. So please, try not to make it so complicated. Get your smartphone, download some apps, and start sharing your story. That really is all you have to do. Just start sharing your story.